Hey guys, it's your host, Mr. Moses, Triple C. How's everyone doing today? Today I'm going to go over all the figures for the Arctic for the G.I. Joe side now. And there are 18 different figures for the G.I. Joe side. 20 if you want to count Flint and Lady J now, as part of that, because they were successfully done with the HasLab. And I want to go over a couple others after this that I'd like to see in the line. But first, let's go over and start the show. Now, we're going to start off with Duke, because Duke is one of my favorite characters. And I like this figure a lot. I had this guy when I was younger, and I think he's an awesome figure. And I love his snowboard and his gear. Now, this is from the movie line. In the Pursuit of Cobra line. So it's that version of Duke. But I love his snowboard. I love his backpack. I love the gun he comes with. I think he's an awesome figure. And he comes with a coat. Then we have Alpine. Now, Alpine is a Arctic character. He does climb the Alps, and that's very cold up there. And then we have him already, so that is one character for the Arctic. Cold Front. Now, Cold Front is the driver of the Avalanche. I do not think we will see him unless we get the Avalanche. If we do get him, it'll probably be a variation of this guy. And they'll probably save the traditional one for the Avalanche if we get one. Which, the way the Snowcat did, I'm not sure we'll see any more snow vehicles for a while. The Snowcat did very well. It did over 16,000 backers, but I'm not sure if we can handle another snow vehicle right now until we get some more characters in the line and more better vehicles. Now, Frostbite, he has like 14 different variations of him. This is a first variation of him, and this one is the one that can come to the virtual line, I think. For people to buy, the one that didn't get the Snowcat, maybe a year after the Snowcat comes out with Cobra Commander. We also have a Tiger version, which we'll see in about 3 years. I bet that's going to be one of the main vehicles from the Snowcat. I'm hoping we get the Tiger Fly next year. That's going to be an awesome vehicle. I'll buy a Tiger Fly. I got the Dragonfly, and I love the Tiger Fly. This is version 3. He was the Arctic Commando, came out in 93, and he's part of Battle Corps. He was not a driver at this time. But he came with a lot of weapons: a machete, some machine gun, rifle, shotgun, mask. Then we have this one, which is my least favorite version of Frostbite. I mean, they can probably fix him and classify him, but I just don't like the way this guy looks. And there's 3 versions of this guy. I mean, I like the weapons, don't get me wrong, but the figure looks terrible. And there's 3 versions of him. Then he goes back to the bearded look in 2003, and he's driving a Snowcat again. Then we have this one. This was the driver of the Ice Saber, which is a version of a Snowcat that has skis on the front. Now, I'm not going to do a whole Arctic vehicles in next week, so we're going to go over that next week. Then we have Frostbite version 10, and he was part of a pack with Back Blast, Stock Earth, Short Fuse, and Snake Eyes. It was the Arctic Operational Specialist, Arctic Regions, basically. Right. He had some cool accessories: skis, backpack, snowshoes, rifles. And it looks pretty cool too. I like the blue on it. Then we have Final Fight version 9. This is a part of Snow Wolf. This is another version of the Snowcat. And he has snowboard and missiles and rocket launcher, or missile launcher, and a paintball gun, which I have no idea why, and a rifle. Yeah. Then we have version 11. Yeah, was that version? That's version 9. Where's version 10? Oh, I did it backwards. Sorry, guys. But, version 11 here. Ice Saber. And this one, sponsored by Rise Cobra. He drove the another version of the Ice Saber. And by Tiger Force, it was the second release of the Tiger Cat, and they redid the Frostbite in Tiger Force, and it looks a lot better than the original one. This is one of the ones I really want to get later on in the line. In about 3 years, we get the Tiger Cat. I'm hoping that they do the Tiger Cat. Frostbite version 14. It should be the last one, I believe. This one came out in Collector's Club figure, with a ship with Big Ben version 7 and the Crimson Guard model version 3. Okay. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. I like this one a lot. This one could be another contender for the retro line. Then we have Snowjob. Snowjob had 8 different variations of him, and this Snowjob could be the one for the retro line if they wanted to do it. Because we kind of need another Snowjob because the first one was so hard to get, and a lot of people didn't get him. And now that the Snowcat is out, we need more Snowjobs. So I'm thinking that Snowjob and the Arctic Bat are going to be virtualized in the retro card. And I think they're going to come out next year. There are several versions of Snowjob, and each one looks pretty cool, but I like this one a lot. That was one of my favorites. And then this one. And then the last one. I like those a lot. Those are really cool. I like the tire, the camo on it, which is really cool. Alright, then this, yeah, and all the gear he has too, which is really cool. It would have to be another deluxe, so maybe this could be another deluxe and then retro version also. Then we have Blizzard. This is the Arctic Attack Soldier Blizzard. This is the Tiger Force version. It is a UK Europe exclusive, but it did come over to America. This is Blizzard version 1, which is what everybody wanted in the Snowcat tiers. But I think this will be coming next year, to be honest. And he has a cool little gimmick with the skis that turn into a snowboard or a sled, which is kind of cool. And he has 2 octopus pistols. Then you have Blizzard version 2. It is different because now he has a beard. And yeah, this one came out in Arctic version team with Snowjob and Iceberg. Then we have Whiteout. Now Whiteout was basically a version of Snowjob, but they didn't have the license for his name, so he's made up a new character. And now he's become his own character. He was two times Big Ben version 3, which I might get to in a minute. Now this is a newer Whiteout, and he came with the Wolfhound. The Wolfhound is another version of the Snow Cat. There's a lot of versions of Snow Cat. And I like this version of Whiteout. He reminds me of Captain Cold from DC in this outfit. Then we have the Tracker Quinn. Now there are two versions of Quinn, and version one is the Arctic version, which is what I think people wanted to see in the uh uh Snowcat HasLab. But he also acts a darky, which is cool. So I mean, he could be a pet, um, a figurine pet, which would be cool to have a figurine pet. I didn't realize this way figurine pets, but there's a lot of them out there. I mean, even the Koba has a lot more figurine pets. Then we have another Duke, First Sergeant Duke. This one I put on. He has a winter jacket on, kind of. I think it'd be cool for this version. Would be cool to have in winter gear. You need somebody to be able to take the air in the winter, and it looks like a winter gear to me. I mean, and then we have Shipwreck. This is the Arctic threat missions in 2010. And it'd be nice to get another version of Polly with the wings like that instead of the wings folded up. So we have a Polly that can fly instead of just sitting on his shoulder or arm all the time. Then we have one of my favorite ice characters, so characters, Iceberg. Not this version though. I'll show you the version that I want to see in a second. Version 2, this is pretty cool one too. This one has a snowboard and some cool weapons. But and then we have version 3, which is Arctic Team Version that came with Steel Job and Blizzard. This is the one I want right here. Soja version 4. I want this with that weapon and his gear. I wanted that snowboard, and I think that snowboard is awesome. It's another Pursuit Cobra, and I think that we should start getting into those, to be honest. At least versions of these for Classified. And they can do a cartoon head, like they have been, but do this gear. This gear is awesome, and this outfit's awesome. Then we have Big Bens. And every single one of these Big Bens are winter, but the one that is winter is this one. And you can use the one that we have right now, the Nightforce version for winter gear. But this one was made for winter. It is Big Ben SAS Trooper. And yeah, it's a good figure. Then we have Sub-Zero. Now Sub-Zero, not the Mortal Kombat figure, is a winter operations specialist. Here should be taken not to confuse him with the G.I. Joe Sub-Zero with Mortal Kombat. That's funny. Okay, he comes with a lot of gear too. Snowshoes, motor, which we just got the motor. It was Zap and Steeler. So that would come into the line. Then we have machine guns and snowshoes and backpack, motor launcher and stand. I mean, this would be a cool figure to get. I like this color scheme more than version 2. Now, starting with version 2, the Tundra Ranger. I think we all want this. We all need this in a line. The kayak, the paddle, the knife, the mask, the rifle, the counterweight, the arm for the counterweight vehicle, and the machine gun. This would be an awesome figure and vehicle. But yeah, I think this should come to the line pretty soon because everybody wants this figure. Arctic version 4 is another Arctic Commando. it came with Soul Serpents and the Sub-Zero version 2 and DJ. Sorry, it came with DJ, Soul Serpent version 3 and Sub-Zero. Actually, 4-figure pack. And yeah, this was not as cool as version 2, but it's still cool. Then we had Doc, the Arctic Threat Doc. Now, this was on his neck. Well, the thing is, he has this piece that goes underneath his neck to make it look better. So I'm sure they're going to fix that with the classified version. But I think this would be a good reuse of Doc mold. All you gotta do is put the orange jacket over him and give him a new head or hat and new arms. Then we have DJ. He's an Arctic Commando. I don't like his gun, but I think they can fix that with the classified version. Yeah, excuse me. We have Snake Eyes, version 46. The Arctic Assault Snake Eyes. This is on Wires of Cobra, and this was a really cool Snake Eyes. I like this version a lot. He goes with a lot of great gear, and I think it's to be a cool Snake Eyes to get. Then we have another Arctic Snake Eyes. I think this is number 36. Then we have Windchill. Windchill came with the Arctic Blast, the Tundra Assault Sled. Cool vehicle. I'm not sure if we'll see that online. I would like to because it is a cool vehicle. To me, it is. I don't think everybody likes that vehicle, but I like it. Then we have version 2. He drove the Blockbuster. Another vehicle that has the potential to be a HasLab. It's a big vehicle, holds a lot of troops. Then we have Avalanche, not to confuse with the Avalanche vehicle. This is a Battle Force 2000, something G.I. Joe. Available on card, it was 2-pack with Blaster. This guy is the Arctic Trooper of the line, Avalanche. Came out in 1990. 1987. That's some cool gear. I like the weapons on him. And then we have Ice Storm. Ice Storm is a White Cobra. He is a unique character to Rise of Cobra, and he's a pretty cool looking character. He drove the Polar Shark submarine. And that should be everything for Joe's. Yes, that is it. Alright, he is a mech also. So, let's go over some characters that I would like to see in the line. Arctic Scarlet, I think would be another good one. They could use Louis J's new mold and then change the color of the jacket. Give us a Snow Bunny Scarlet. I also like to see Roadblock. I think he'd be a good one to get. And I like to see some Steel Brigade troopers, Arctic troopers. Also, with the Roadblock, I like to see him do the blind look for him, because when he came out of the movie, he was blind for a little while. I think that'd be an extra headpiece he could do. As far as other characters, there's not many that I like to see besides maybe Spirit and Sergeant Slaughter. I think those would be and low light. I think those would be some good ones to add to the Arctic. Because I think you need a sniper, and I think Spirit and low light are good at sniping, and they'd be good with you. And you need a muscle guy, so you need the Arctic version of Sergeant Slaughter. There was one that was in the cartoon, so we haven't gotten a figure ever of him in the Arctic gear, and that'd be an awesome version of Sergeant Slaughter. All you gotta do is to get Sergeant Slaughter to put a coat on him on a longer sleeve shirt. As far as anybody else goes, I don't think there's anybody else left that I need to see that's a priority for me. Maybe maybe an Outback one, or a someone mentioned a Dusty one. I don't think that would work. Shockwave would be a good one. Shockwave would be a good one. And so would Beachhead. I think those would be, there should be plenty of Joes for the Arctic, I think. The ones I mentioned, plus what we have, I think 27 Joes, there should be plenty of Arctic figures. But if you wanted to keep going, go ahead, make more. But yeah, I think Arctic Joes are coming. I know we're getting for Iceberg this year. I think we're getting at least one or two more Arctic characters in Joe line. We're getting two more in Cobra at least. We're getting the Socat and we're getting the Arctic Hiss and the Arctic Hiss driver and the Arctic Hiss the Arctic Stinger driver. We can also get the Vamp redone with Arctic Clutch. Now I think the Arctic version of V2 Vamp would work better for Arctic. So I know a lot of people want the regular V2 Vamp. I do too. Because we need some more desert guys. We only have right now we have, as far as art coming out, the new one. We have Ricondo, the retro one, Dusty, and we have Snake Eyes, and we have the 60th anniversary Soldier. Those are all desert themed characters, and we have Crankcase, which should be a desert theme also. Even though I would have liked to have seen the Edgar Brown instead of green. I think that would have been a better choice, especially for the desert, because they show up in the desert. I think it would have been better brown or tan to match the sand. But I mean, the green one is nice. That's more classic. But there is a desert one, so. And honestly, I want to see the Desert Fox eventually. But that's for desert gear. We'll talk about that another time. But for snow, alright, we know we're getting a Snowcat. We know we're getting the Arctic Hiss. And we know we're getting the Arctic Stinger. Now, we could be getting the Arctic Vamp. Which version, I don't know, but it's gotta be Arctic Clutch that comes with it, so that's just another Joe. We'll probably get, I think next year's gonna be Arctic Heavy, honestly. I don't know if they want to do a bunch of Arctic stuff all in 1 year, but, I think the, obvious choice would be the, Polar Bear, but I don't know if we're gonna get that with the Arctic Stinger, Socat, Arctic Hiss, and Arctic Vamp all in 1 year. I mean, that's a lot of Arctic vehicles. It would be cool, pun intended. I just don't know if they'd be willing to do that in 1 year. Let me ask you guys something in a kind of low. Would you want an Arctic themed year? I mean, not every single figure, but maybe the vehicles that come out in a year. Saying the Arctic Senior, Arctic Hiss, Arctic Vamp, the Polar Bear and the Snowcat. Would you want those all in 1 year, or would you want them to spread it out more? There's a lot more Arctic stuff that we can see. There's the Arctic so what is it? Well, I'll get into those later. But as far as characters go, I don't see any more coming to the line besides the ones I mentioned. And I mentioned the Arctic Roadblock because he's a chef, and I think that'd be cool to go with the Snowcat. And the Arctic Duke and Scarlet, I think that would be coming in a 2-pack or down the line. And I really want to see some Arctic troopers. Maybe a 2-pack or 3-pack of the Arctic Steel Brigade. As long as it's not $100. I mean, 24 for 24 for 24 is $75. I mean, $24.99. It should be more than $80. But yeah, this is Triple C. I hope you guys enjoyed this list of mine. Now, next time you see me, I will be doing a list on the vehicles of the Arctic, and I will be doing a Crystal Ball review. So those are the next 2 videos. I have Crystal Ball coming to me thanks to a friend of mine, Triple D Dungeon. So thank you very much. That would be awesome to finally get him in my collection. And I'm going to go over his new team in that video that I'm going to be building. So, without further ado, this is the end of the show. Please like, comment, and share, subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate all your likes and comments. I enjoy talking to all of you. And I appreciate all your support in my video. I will also be doing a top 10 Joe Most Wanted and top 10 Joe Cobra Most Wanted video, and a top 10 Most Wanted vehicle list for Cobra and Joe Most Wanted, and then I will do my favorites at the end of the year. But this is Triple C signing off. Thank you for everything, you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Cobra! Bye, guys.